So, guys, once again, good morning, all of you guys. This is Vamshi here, and this is a workshop, a free workshop on the data science, the machine learning, AI, and the deep learning, guys. So, what is the main target? Before I introduce myself, just I want to tell you some few points, guys. I'll introduce myself. So, the main target of this workshop, actually, guys, the main target about the workshop here is basically so many people are having the main question actually guys. The main question, the first one here is different opinions about what do we do it in data science. What is first of all a data science? So many questions are there actually guys. So many questions from so many people. Like the first thing is going to be what is data science first of all. So the next thing is going to be nothing but can I learn the data science? So is it can I learn the data science? So like this, we are having, so there is going to be because they hear something like, so easy to be expert. So whether I have to know about some, shall I have to know, I have to know some maths and stats. So these are going to be some of the main questions which most of the people are having. Even there are, even most of the participants, even the most of the participants also, even they are interested to learn. They are interested to learn and they want to interest to move towards the data science also. So they have it due to some so many different questions. Like first of all, can I learn? Sorry guys, can I learn? Can I learn data science first of all? So first of all, I should know. So I have to know which is going to be maths and stats. So I have to know the maths and stats. So there are so many questions behind them actually. So our main target about this workshop here is that the free workshop here is we don't learn any technical concepts about them. So just to get some idea about what exactly the data science contains, what are the main core areas of the data science, what type of applications we can expect by using these data science applications. So in real applications, what kind of an implementations will be done. So those are the some of the things. So just I want to get some idea behind them so we can do it actually, guys. Okay, so that is our main target about them. So just before starting the session, let me just introduce myself, guys. So I just don't want to waste more time about myself. Just a 2 minutes, not more than that. Just I want to tell you about my experience and my expertise. Just a 2 minutes, not more than that. I don't want to waste more time behind that. So just it. That's it, guys. This is about myself. So here, my name is Vamshi Krishna Guttula. So having around 18 plus years of experience. My total expertise is on 18 plus years of experience on both development, training, supports. So different areas I will be working actually, guys. And I'm working currently as a freelancing trainer. So I was a freelancing trainer actually. So works with multiple institutes, corporates, so many different kinds of trainings and development and support is there actually. And my main interest, my main interest of why I have came to data science actually. What is my main interest of data science? So many people are moving towards the data science actually. So many people, people are moving towards the data science. But my expertise, my almost all out of this 18 plus years of experience, I have 5 years experience on the data science. Remaining all the 13 years of experience is working with the data. My complete work expertise is on the data itself. So because I have a lot of I have a lot of expertise on the data related technologies. I started around in 2000, almost all three I have been started, 2003, 2004 I have started. So I started my first initial, my career I have been started with the databases itself. So my first job is on the database. So I was also an expertise in SQL, PL SQL. So like working with the different databases like Oracle, SQL Server. So it's a database management actually. So it's a database management systems, like we call it as an DBMS systems, what we are going to call it as actually. So my expertise is going to be on the DBMS systems. After that, I have been got moved to DBA. Even I was an expert in the DBA. So even as part of a database administration, for 2 years, I have been almost all 7 years, I have been working on DBMS. 7+ years on DBMS and almost all DBA is almost all 2+ years of experience on the DBA itself. And after that, I made my main transition has been game from BI. around 2012, to 2014, almost all I have been got an expertise. I have got the opportunities to work on business intelligence. So during 2012, we used to have Microsoft Business Intelligence. So maybe some people has been heard about that SSRS, SSAS, and SSIS integration reporting analysis. We used to work on them actually. So almost all 2 to 3 years of experience, I have been got worked into the BA actually. And not only on Microsoft Business Intelligence, even I was expertise in Informatica, Cognos, and we have a data stage, business objects, all these things. After Microsoft came, those particular tools has been outdated actually, because Microsoft started providing the complete suite for the business intelligence. Complete BA stack, we can say that actually. So generally BA stack means it contains an ETL, reporting, and analysis actually. After that, I have been moved to the big data technologies. All these are related to data only, guys. DBMS is working with the data. DBA works with the data. BA stack works with the data. After that, big data has came into the existence. Around in 2014, we started working on this particular big data to 2017. So there is a small story behind this, why I have been transited from, I have just been moved towards the data science. So in 2017, at that time, I never heard about this data science at all. I never heard about that. Even in 2014, I came to see one a tool called as the language called as an R language. At the time, I just came to see about a language called as an R language when I'm working with the big data systems. Around that is in 2014, I started actually, around in 2014. So at that time, I seen this R language. Nowadays, it has been became very popular actually. In 2014 only, I have been seeing that. So at that time, once I started working on that, I felt that because at that time I was into the database systems, DBA, business intelligence, working with this particular R language, I thought that it is something different which is not relevant to that. Immediately, just within one day, I was worked on that, and immediately I installed the software and left it actually. But after 2017, again, I came to work with a team of data scientists actually. I got an opportunity to work with the data scientists in 2017. Then I have seen them. They are using that particular R language. So then I felt that when I'm working with them, then I realized that. So working with R language is very, very easy. Then I came to know about the data science and got interested to work on them. So I left my job in 2017 and I came out. 2 years I have been completely spent on that time. At that time also, we don't have that many resources in 2017 to learn the data science. So I just left my job, came outside, working as a freelancing trainer, various technologies. I got updated myself to the data science. And to prove my expertise, I have done one certification program from IIIT Hyderabad. So in 2019, I completed that. And from then onwards, I was into the various training projects across the various institutes or the corporates or companies we are working with them. So that is about myself actually, guys. So complete expertise includes mainly processing, analyzing of large volumes of data, my database management, BI technologies, big data, data science, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. And even I completed my advanced certificate program. It's one of the top programmer from IIIT Hyderabad, which was nothing but an advanced certified training on AI and ML from IIIT Hyderabad. So which has been helped me a lot to become an expert on this particular data science, AI, and DL. All this I have been becoming a very expertise after a completion of my certification from IIIT Hyderabad. So that's it, guys. That is about myself. So I just don't want to put more on that particular stuff. Okay. So before starting with the session, actually, guys, so you will be having a chat panel will be there, guys. We'll be having a chat panel. So I have been shared the option to everyone. So if you have any questions, feel free to discuss with them, guys. It's only just a free workshop. Whatever the doubts you have, technically or something other or whatever else it may be. So we can just clarify your doubts actually. Okay. So just I'll give you an idea about this, guys. What is a data science contains? What type of applications generally we can do as part of this particular data science course. Okay. So this actually data science basically mainly contains 3 important core areas, guys. Mainly data science contains mainly three important core areas. One is going to be what we call it as a machine learning. So it is going to be machine learning. So I'm not using any PPTs, guys. It is going to be, I'm not using any PPTs. Everything is going to be handwritten only. So I use as a pen tablet, which I'm going to be using actually. So it is going to be a machine learning. So which is going to be in short, we are going to be calling it as an ML, what we are going to be calling it as. We call it as an ML. So in short, so many people will call it as an ML, what we are going to be gets calling it as. The second one is going to be nothing but what we can say that about a deep learning actually. Yes. It is going to be deep learning. So many people does not have any that much idea about they don't have that much idea about this particular data science applications. They think in a different way actually. It is what we call it as a deep learning. And thirdly, we are going to be having something what we are going to call it as the artificial intelligence actually. It is going to be nothing but the artificial intelligence, which we are going to call it as an AI. So ML, DL, and AI. These are the mainly the three core areas which we have to learn as part of a data science. So you see any data science course curriculum, you will be having, which is going to be ML, DL, AI. Don't think that there is something different core areas. All of them are going to be internally correlated only. So all these are part of a data science course only, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. So slowly I'll make you understand them. What is deep learning? What is AI? What is machine learning? So because we don't have that much time, we don't have that much time to discuss deeply about that, but overview, what exactly machine learning, what exactly deep learning, what exactly artificial intelligence. So first, let us start with our applications with some kind of a machine learning application, guys. Mainly the main core concept is machine learning. First of all, whenever we want to enter into the data science, the first core concept we have to learn is machine learning. If you understand the machine learning, then only the deep learning, then only it is going to be an artificial intelligence. So without learning machine learning, I can't learn deep learning. Without having a deep learning and all these things, we cannot learn the artificial intelligence, AI. Okay, so many people think that, sir, you are teaching machine learning. What about AI? Machine learning is also part of an AI part only. It's a part of your AI. DL is a part of your machine learning. So actually the hierarchy is something like this. AI contains which is going to be ML. ML is going to be gets contains which is going to be DL. That is a hierarchical format actually, guys. The hierarchical representation of the what are these particular three core areas. DL is a part of ML, ML is a part of AI. All these are part of your data sets. Okay. Now the thing is, first let us start with which is going to be ML actually. First we'll start with the ML actually. That is nothing but what we call it as machine learning. Generally up to now, that means up to now, whenever we learn any programming language, while we are learning C, C++, Java, .NET, whatever we learn, first of all, they will tell you one small point. What is programming language and why do you require a programming language? That is the first point what generally most of the people will talk about that. It is going to be why a programming language? Why a programming language? So the main point everybody will generally discuss here is because the machines can't understand. The machines can't do the work by themselves. So we have to give some instruction to the machine. This is how we are going to do. So what is a computer? Whenever we generally ask a computer, computer is nothing but a machine which is going to take some requests or which is going to be take some of the instructions and process them, and it is going to give the result actually. So programming language. So machines can't learn by themselves. Machines can't do by themselves. Machines cannot take a decision by themselves. That's why a programming language is nothing but a set of instructions to that particular system actually, or instruction to a computer. So this is what you have to do. Declare a variable, check whether it is I greater than 0 or not. So do this. If it is less than 0, do this. Some kind of an instructions what we used to do that. For example, in a simplest way to understand, for example, I have a requirement actually. I have a small requirement. If I give the input as 10, 20, if I give two inputs as 10, 20, your output should be something like an 30. If your input is going to be 100 and 200, you have to say that the result is going to be something like a 300. If I give +1 and -1, the result should be 0. If I give something like 5 and 21, the result must be 26. For example, this is my requirement. Let us just example, a small toy example. So if I give these two inputs, this is an output what we are expecting. If I give it to a C programmer, see the difference actually, guys. If I give it to the C programmer, it's a very small example to understand them. It's a very small example. I given this requirement to a C programmer saying that if I give 10 and 20, I have to get the result as 30. 100 and 200, you have to get 300. If I give +1 and -1, it must be 0. If it is 5 and 21, I have to get 26. Then C programmer understands how this output is coming from this input. It's a very small, simple example. It's an addition. So C programmer says that it is nothing but just an addition of two numbers. So no problem. Addition of two numbers. For that, I'm going to write a program. I'm going to write a program for that. So based on that particular program, you can add any kind of a two numbers you can add it. So I will write a program, or it may be a C programmer or Java programmer or .NET programmer, PHP programmer, some other programmer. So what I will do is just, I'm not writing a program. I'm just writing the method. He will declare two variables. He is going to take some input. It is going to take some kind of an input. So simply what he is going to do is add that particular two numbers, and it is going to print the lines, print whatever the result is there. That means the user, a programmer, is going to write a program for that by understanding how this output is derived from the input. How this output is derived from this input, the programmer has to understand the logic and he has to write the program. So once he writes the program, what he is going to do? This is your computer. That is nothing but your machine. He is going to give the input, whatever the input I require, 10, 20, and he gives the program actually. He will run the program. So what the computer will do, just based on the program or logic, whatever we written in the program, by taking the two inputs, it will run the program and it is going to give the output. That is what we are doing from the so many decades of time, starting from C language up to the whatever the language we see. C, C++, Java, .NET, PHP, whatever you learn, the concept of programming language is the same. The language changes, but the purpose is going to be the same as it is. Whether you write the program in a Java language or a Java, or whether you have written in some Python, or whether you write it in some other PHP or some other application, finally, the concept is the same. If this is your required output, this is a logic we have to write. If this is a required input, and if this is a required expected output, this is a code we have to write it. Everything we used to be written by the users, the programmers used to write it actually. Now the same question, the same query, if we give it to a data scientist actually, guys. If we give it to a data scientist, or a machine learning expert, let us say that we are working with machine learning now. So let us talk about a ML expert. So whenever the ML expert has been given the same requirement, what he will do is, guys, nothing is there. Same input, same output. What he will do is, he gives this input and output to the machine itself. Directly, that means the machine learning experts never try to find out how this output is coming from this input. He will never thinks about that. Simple to say that he will give this data to the machine. He will give the data to the machine. An ML expert knows how to make a machine to learn from it. So what is an ML expert expertise actually, guys? Nothing is there. He knows how to make a machine to learn from whatever the input and whatever the output we have been given. So he will say like this: if I give the input as 10 and 20, output should be coming as 30. If I give 100 and 200, your output should be 300. If our input is +1 and -1, I have to get 0. If I give +1, 5 and 21, I have to get 26. He will give this data to the machine. Machine is going to understand the data actually, guys. So why we are calling it as a machine learning? Because machines are going to learn from the data. Machines are going to learn from the data actually, guys. If we give some data to the machine, machines are capable to learn. That's why we are going to call it as a data science, because everything is going to be driven only with the help of a data only. It is data science is also called as a data driven science. because everything is going to be driven inside the data science only with the help of the data. Data is important for us. So data was given to the machine and he will ask the machine, I don't study them. I don't study them, how this output is coming. Machine will study this, how the output is coming from the input. Now the machine says that this output is going to be nothing but, just imagine that if one is X and one is Y and output is a Z, simply the machine says that Z is equals to nothing but X plus Y. Machine will write the logic for that. Machines are going to write the logic for that actually. Yes. That is the main concept of this machine learning concept. So give the data to the machine. The machine is going to identify how this output is coming from the input. So whether it is addition of two numbers or whether it is a multiplication of two numbers or whatever it may be, the logic behind them, the machines are going to study that. So what is a machine learning expert here now? The machine learning expert knows how to make a machine to learn from the data actually. Directly the machines can't learn. There are some set of instructions are there. Instructions means it is not a logic. So this is the code. This is the way how you have to learn. So if this is a problem, this is a solution. If this is a problem, this is a procedure. I have to tell some inputs to the machine. We don't write any logic there, but I'll just guide the system. So please learn this. This is a way we have to learn. So according to that, the machine will learn and machine will tell you that the outcome has been derived from X plus Y. So what is machine learning expert is doing actually, guys? A machine learning expert is nothing but he is also doing the same thing. There is a computer, that is your machine, but machine learning expert is giving the input and machine learning is also, the expert is also giving the output also. That is just a traditional difference between a normal programming language and a machine learning application. In a normal programming language, user will write the program. He will give the program to the computer along with the input. Based on the logic you write, the computer is going to run the program, gives the output. In machine learning expert, in a machine learning, you give the input to the computer, you give the output also to the computer. Computer understands how this output is derived from the input and the computer is going to give you the program for that. Hope you can understand in the easiest way actually, guys. In a very easiest way and simplest way, hope you got the idea behind this particular, what exactly the machine learning means. So tell me, what is your expectation? What is your input? What is your output? What is your input? What is your expected output? Automatically, the machines can identify. So what is going to be, how that output is derived from that input actually. It is going to identify. So what is the relation between the input and the outputs? Actually, the terminologies are going to be different actually. We don't say input and outputs actually. Here we use a different terminologies. The dependent variable, independent variable, features and target, something different terminologies we are going to use this. So anyhow, in our technical, when you go to the actual classes, we'll understand them, guys. So that is the main idea about what is going to be this particular, the machine learning concept actually. So we are making some machine to be learned. That is what we call it as training. We are giving some training to the machine. So this is the data. This is an output. This is an input. This is an output. Based on that, it can study the data. And based on that particular, whatever it has been studied, we can make our applications now. Now, if automatically, if I give some numbers, machine studied the data actually. Machine studied the data. Once it understands that this is how it is related. Now, if I give some numbers, like for example, any numbers, for example, 50 and 25. And if I ask what is an output, the machine will tell you the output. Because it already studied this. Based on that, the machine can predict. If I give 50 and 25, outcome is going to be 75 is what my machine is going to say. That means the machine does not only tells you, like for example, in some Facebooks and WhatsApp, sometimes you are going to get a small puzzles. We'll get it actually. We'll get a small puzzles. If I said 3 plus 5 is equals to something like 80, they'll write some numbers. If 3 plus 5 is equals to 80, and for example, something like 10 plus, for example, 60. For example, I'm taking around random numbers only. For example, 10 plus 60 is going to be 586. So what is going to be the result of which is going to be something like 6 plus, let us say 8. What is the result? That means we have to identify. If I give 3 and 5, how you got 80. If I give 10 and 60, how you got 586. If you can identify them, now you can identify what is 6 plus 8 now. So same problem can be given to the machine now. So machine will identify the pattern behind them, and based on that particular pattern, whenever I give new input, it also does the predictions. That means machine is not only just learning, based on the learning, it can also do some kind of a predictions. It is going to be some kind of the analysis is going to be done basically for prediction purpose actually. That is the main target about the machine learning. So simple to say that what is a machine learning here is data was there. Data was given to the machine. Machine understands the data. Machine learns from the data. Whatever it has been learned, that is what we call it as an insights. Insights is nothing but what we can say that it is going to be the knowledge, what it has been got gained. So insights or a knowledge. It is going to be, that's why we call it as an actionable insights actually. So what is meaning of actionable insights means we can take some decisions based on this particular insights. Now, based on these particular insights, we can do some kind of a prediction. We can do some kind of a prediction actually. So data was given to the machine. Machine is going to learn from the data, and it is going to get some kind of an insights or some knowledge. Based on that, we can do some kind of a prediction actually. That is the main target, the main process of what is going to be data science. What is about the machine learning. Even deep learning is also the same. Even the AI is also going to be the same, but the works is going to be slightly different. Even in deep learning also the same concept will be there. Data was given to the machine. Machine is going to understand the data, and it is going to give you the insights. Based on that, we can do the prediction. But deep learning, the way the solving the problem is different, and whatever the machine learning problem solving is going to be slightly different actually. But concepts are same concepts only. Sir, where we can do this kind of an examples? That means in your real applications, where we can do this kind of an examples. Simple example, guys. We can take a lot of examples. We can take a lot of examples actually. For example, there is going to be a loans department is there. In a bank, there is a loans department is there. Simple example, easy to understand, guys. We can go to a lot of advanced levels. In a bank, there is a loans department is there. So what is the main, what is going to be the main, the action of a loans department? What is the main responsibility of a loan department? Giving the loans to the customers. Customer applies a loan. So we have to give the loan. But before giving a loan, the loans department has to get some assumption about that particular customer, whether he can repay the amount or not, whether he can repay the amount, whether he was in a position to repay the loan amount or not. Because from the past some decades of time, they are giving the loans to so many customers. Out of the 100 people of customers they are giving the loan, 70% of the customers are repaying the loans. 70% of the people, they're repaying the loans promptly. They are the non-defaulters. Technically, they are called as non-defaulters. Whereas, whenever we talk about the remaining 30%, they are not paying the EMS promptly. They are going to be the defaulters actually. So to the banks, most of the loss is going to be occurring from these defaulters only, because they are taking the loan and they are not repaying the loan. That's why instead of forcing them to pay the loan after giving the loan, before giving the loan only, we have to get some kind of an assumption. Nowadays, every business is studying the customer. Before going into action, they are going to be studying the customer actually. Whether this customer is capable to buy this particular product or not, whether he will be interested in the product. Everything is nowadays digital marketing. So completely it is target to target actually, guys. That means the marketing is going to be nothing but the person to person targeting. It's not a group of people actually. Everybody we are studying. So Amazon studies about each and every customer, not like a whole customers actually. Each and every customer, they will study them actually. So this 30% of the defaulters, which is making the loss to the bank. That's why after giving the loan only, we'll come to know whether he will be a defaulter, whether he will be a non-defaulter. So before giving the loans itself, so we have to make some assumption at least. So chances is that this person is a defaulter, or chances is that he is a non-defaulter, so we can give a loan, or chances is that he may be a defaulter, so don't give a loan. How can you make that assumptions actually, guys? How can you make the assumptions? Very simple. We are having a past customers data. So nowadays we are living in the age of data. The past customers data is there, guys. These are going to be our past customers are there. So what are going to be our past customers actually? So these past customers, if you study them, we will get some kind of an insights. We'll get some kind of an insights. We are going to get it actually, guys. If you study them, every data is going to tell you some story. Previously, data means it is only some information. Just data means only just like a set of values. That's it. It is data means only just a set of values. But nowadays, data meaning itself has been changed. Data is going to be basically the main important for our storytelling. So you can tell a lot of stories from your data. Data is going to tell you a lot of story. If you just go in deep into that particular data, if you see the data, the main role of a database developers, the database programmers, the data analyst, business analyst is completely nothing but analyzing the data, looking the data with a different perspective. Normal people will see the data as only just like a values. But these data related technologies people, they will see the data in a different perspective. What is the story it is telling that? What information it is giving to us? Every data is nowadays is giving a data. It's giving some information, some story to you actually, guys. So these are your past customers data. If you study this particular past customers data, there will be some kind of an insight. Some insights will come actually. Like for example, who are the defaulters? If the age is going to be more than 35 years of age, and for example, the loan amount is going to be more than 5 lakhs, and whenever the person is a married, and whenever his number of children is going to be more than 2, for example, if the number of children is going to be more than 2, like that, there are so much information is there. So loan amount is more than 5 lakhs, whether he was a married, children more than 2, and he was staying in a house is equals to, for example, a rented house, 80% chances that he is a defaulter. 80% chances is going to be a defaulter. So a person who has taken the loan more than 5 lakhs and whose age is more than 35, and he was a married and he was having a children more than 2, and house is a rented house, 80% chances that he is a defaulter. So when a new customer applies a loan, a new customer applied a loan actually. So whenever his information, first we'll collect all the information. What is his age? How much loan amount? Whether he was a married or not? How many children he is having? What type of house he was there? So this data is matching with this particular information. So 80% chances that he is a defaulter. So before giving a loan, please be careful about them. Before giving a loan, check with another extra documents, get some extra verification has to be gets done before giving a loan. If 80% chances that he is a non-defaulter, give a loan without having any hesitation, you can give that particular loan. So data science is all about, nothing is there. It is also something relevant to business intelligence only. But business intelligence is different, data analytics is different. Predictive analysis actually, guys. Data science is all about studying about some predictive analysis. So starting from, that means from the past data, get some insights. Based on that insights, we have to do some kind of a predictions. So many examples we can talk about them, guys. Like in banking applications, identifying them. So coming to insurance policies, guys. So coming to the insurance policies. So whenever we go to the insurance companies, lot of genuine claims and there are fraud claims are going to be there. So it is going to be fraud claims will be there. So identifying such kind of a fraud claims. In banking transaction, what is the chances that it is going to be a fraud transactions? So in email, best example actually, guys, in emails, we know that it is going to be spams and non-spams actually. So how do you identify, guys, in an email? How do you identify? That means how your mail server identifies whether it is a spam or whether it is a non-spam. Nobody is sitting there. Nobody was sitting there. Who is going to verify the mail? Already the machine has already studied the past mails. The past mails will be there, no? The past emails will be there. All the past emails will be studied by the machine. Machine studies the data. So what kind of words which are appearing more in the, we decide them, guys. So these are the words which has been there appeared in the email. These are the words which are appeared in the non-spam messages. So the machine learns from them. So it will learn from them. So these are the words. If the word called as a lottery is available, it is a spam. If the word is if it is going to be something like a claim, subscribe, okay, something like discount, free, something like that, they will identify that is going to be as in spam messages. Otherwise, they are going to be identifying as a non-spam messages actually. So study about, so learn from the past data, guys. Learn from the past data. And based on that, it is going to do some kind of a prediction actually. So in the future, we can do some kind of a prediction actually, guys. That is going to be our main concept of this particular, what we are talking about in the machine learning actually. So if you go to a little bit higher levels actually, guys, if we make a little bit higher level actually, guys, we can just generate a little bit higher level. Like for example, so we have some, like what we can say that in some specific, like in our real life, we know that. Like for example, the top cricketers will be there. Singers, let us take an example of a singers, guys. So we are going to be having some great singers are there. So many singers are there. We are going to be having very, very great singers are there. Like recently, SP Balasubramaniam, or it may be the Lata Mangeshkar. Like that, we are having a very great singers are there. But there are humans actually, guys. There are humans. So like even cricketers are there, or artists. So there are some artists are there, or writers are there. Because as a humans, so they cannot exist forever actually. So there are some singers are there, a great singers are there. So they have been died. But after their particular death has been occurred, see the scenario actually, guys. After their particular death has been occurred, so we cannot, that means in future, we cannot hear them. We cannot get that kind of an voice or that kind of a singing from them. So how can you generate them actually, guys? So machines are capable to generate that kind of a singers, that kind of an artist, that can be like a writers. So in our future, it can be something like, that means everything is going to be virtually generated actually, guys. For example, let us have a look at this one. Like for example, so there is a machine is going to be there. So the machines can, let us say I have given some songs of the same, whatever the person was there. Like for example, SP Balasubramaniam. So I'll give all the songs, that is songs are nothing, but it is going to be the audio, the voice. So what is going to be the voice of the singer to the machine? Machine is going to learn the data. Machines is going to learn. So how that particular audio was there, how that particular, the way he was singing, the machine is going to learn actually. And machine can give you some kind of an insights. So based on some particular insights, okay, this is an amplitude. This is going to be the frequency of the audio, something, it will study them. And what they can do it actually, guys. They can generate some voice. I think already we have seen them, guys. Already we have seen so many articles on that. We can generate a voice of a person who was already dead. Like for example, Abraham Lincoln, or it may be, we can just, what we can call it as a mimic of that particular voice. We can make the machines, normally mimicry is actually, guys, which humans can do. Now we can make a machine to do it actually, guys. We can give the various voices of different people to the machine. Machine is going to studies the data, studies that particular audio samples. Based on that, it can generate the voice actually, exactly the same as it is. We already done some, there are already success stories as came actually, guys. So machines can draw the images. Machine drawing the images actually, guys. Machines has been given some training. This is a dog, this is a cat. So machines has been done actually, guys. Already they have given the training. I'll give some images of dogs. I have seen given some images of, let us say, some cats. Dogs and cats images, I'll give it to the machine. Once the machine studies them, we can make the machine to draw that particular dogs and cats. Just like normally we cannot differentiate even between. They can draw beautiful than the humans also. So anyhow, don't worry. This is going to be a little bit higher level in our deep learning concepts actually. These are what we are going to call it as, there are some encoders and decoders concept is there. There is going to be encoders and decoders actually. If you want, you can just check it out. What are autoencoders? Autoencoders and auto decoders. That's the concept is there. So if you see what is going to be encoders and decoders, it is going to be in deep learning applications actually, guys. So what is the main idea about this autoencoders are going to be nothing but, which is going to be nothing but, we can just generate, just like a human, you can make the machines to draw the images, you can make the machines to sing the songs, or just like in coming future, we can also make a robotics to play just like a normal human. That means just like robots are different actually, guys. Robot is going to be different. Robot can do something. but a robot which is going to be exactly behaving like one particular person actually. That is what we are going to do as part of this particular encoders and decoders concepts actually. So these are going to be some topic, whatever we can see as part of our deep learning concepts actually. It's going to be encoders and decoders concepts actually, guys. So how there are going to be gets working actually. Actually, this is maybe in computer science actually, but whereas basically in machine learning, actually, this is what we have been got done. It is going to be in the deep learning application, guys. Encoders and decoders. Encoders and decoders models, how there are going to be gets working actually. So if we just see, just any example, if you see this actually, guys, why do you require them actually? Right now, you can't understand, even if I discuss them also, but just to generate some kind of just like if you want, you can mimic a voice or we can mimic a human. So we can make it, we are going to be using this encoders and decoder sequence actually. So why they are going to be gets used actually, guys? It is why we are going to be gets used actually. So this is going to be how exactly we are going to be doing this. It's a little bit encoders and decoders concepts are there, but why do you require them? Why we are going to be requiring? It's a little bit higher level. Don't worry about them. So this is going to be a little bit higher level, what we are going to be working with them. So that kind of an applications actually, but still it is in research actually, guys. Still it is in research. Already machines has been already trained to draw the images. If we just ask a machine to draw the image, in coming, nowadays we are drawing them. In coming future, if we just give the article, just I want to draw the, let us say some kind of an image of a dog. It can simply draw the image and it can give you actually. We are having such kind of a machines already developed, but currently still in the research part, there are going to be going on actually, guys. So if you give the training to the machine, what is an advantage actually? It can do some kind of a predictions. It can understand and it can generate exactly the same as it is an output actually. So there are a little bit different actually, guys, so that we cannot understand now. But what I'm saying here is we can make a machine which can sing like a popular singers, or which can draw something like a popular artist, which can let us say play like a popular football players, or it may be a cricket players, or which can write some kind of a novels, which is going to be novels like a great writers in the past. So we can make that kind of a machines actually. So those human beings, are going to be, life is going to be limited only. But whenever we want to use their particular skills, whatever their particular specialities, what are going to be their particular specialities are there. So what is a unique nature of that particular person? So we can just derive from them, and the future can see that kind of a persons actually. A robot which is going to be singing like a popular singer, or a machine or a robot which can draw just like a popular artist, or it can play like any football player or something like that, or an actor which is going to be who is acting just like a so and so this. So machines will learn them actually, guys. Machines can learn. Yes, actually so many people will have a doubt, sir, will really machines will learn? No doubt, machines can learn them actually, guys. Already it was proved. And even so many people think that, so it is a recent technology. No. Machine learning was started in the year 1959. The buzz has been started in 1959 only. But over the decades of time, they have done a lot of research. And even in 1959 also, due to some low computing power of the systems, it is going to be a very low computing power of the systems. The success stories has been not came. But why it has been came recently actually, guys? Almost all after 2000 only, it has been speeded up. Before 2000, before the in 1959 it will started, but it was not that much success stories are not there. Almost all after 2011, after 2010 only we have got a purely success stories, because the main advantage is computing power actually. The computing power of your systems has been drastically increased with some kind of the advanced the hardware accelerators, like we have got the GPUs and TPUs. So a very faster CPUs actually. Normal systems are equipped with CPUs. Better than the CPUs, we have GPUs and TPUs are there. So due to some the computing power of the systems has been drastically increased. So all the success stories has been came actually. So the AI cars, even driverless cars, It was started in 1960s only. But the success stories has been came only almost all after the 2010 only we have got it actually. Because it is a computing power of the systems. Computing power of the systems and some kind of a powerful algorithms, a powerful techniques has been got started and all these things. And anyhow, what about the learning about, what is the learning about this data science? So learning about this data science is not about learning a programming language. So data science is all about learning some various techniques actually, guys. We are going to be learning various techniques. We are going to be learning various techniques. It's not about a language. We are going to be learning about various techniques, some methodologies we are going to be learning, some different types of processings we are going to be learning, and we are going to be using a various type of systems and all about learning about some algorithms. So this is all about the learning about a data science. So what are the different techniques are there? What are the different methodologies in solving a problem? What are going to be different processings to handle the data? To what type of systems we have to use? What kind of an algorithms we have to use? All about working with these algorithms only. So we have to learn about all the machine learning algorithms or whatever the deep learning algorithms, we have to learn it actually. So to solve a problem, there will be an algorithm will be there. How that algorithm will works, based on what this particular algorithm will works, we have to study about them. So all about this, it's not about Python or it is not about R. So we are going to learn some technique actually. We are going to learn some technique. So how to implement this technique, or we are going to learn some kind of a methodology, how to apply that kind of a methodology. We are going to be using a different type of systems, how to apply that particular systems. We are taking some help of the language called as either Python or it can be an R language. So these are the two popular languages, guys. These are the two popular languages which are going to be mostly used for our data science course. But data science is not about learning just about Python. If you learn Python, that does not become a data science. We are going to learn about various technologies, various techniques we are going to learn, some methodologies, but how to use them in Python, we are going to do that. So I have some process. I want this particular technique. How do you do it actually? That I'm going to do it with the help of a Python or with the help of a R, what we are going to do it actually, guys. A very, very beautiful. It's a completely different from normal programming languages, guys. It is completely different from normal programming languages, all about studying about the data. I'll just show you one because just a small ideas actually, guys. So generally, currently evening 8 p.m. batch is currently going on. We recently started with the data visualizations. We started recently with the data visualizations. Data visualization means understanding the data in a visual context. Just yesterday's class only, it has been, I think it is wrongly I have given us 13. It is 12th actually. Yesterday night we have been got started actually. So this is a Python code actually, guys. It is a Python code which we have been got written by using some kind of it's a part of a data visualizations. So it is a part of some kind of a data visualizations. So it looks like some complicated code. It's nothing a complicated code actually. Normally, if a person looks at this code, it looks like a complicated code. But once you start studying with the Python, it's a very, very easy. So say this is going to be a bar plot what we plotted. I didn't use any tool actually, guys. I just written some code actually. Just a small lines of code. I didn't written anything, much code also. I want to draw a bar plot with male and with females. So ticks yes and no as a non-smokers and smokers. You can see the data actually. This is the data, what we can see that. So what we can understand them. The blue color bar is related to males and the yellow color bar is going to be related to females actually. So among that particular non-smokers, females are more than the males. Whereas in the smokers, males are going to be more than the females. So same data is available here also. The data is the same data available here now. But reading this data, understanding the data will be a time-taking process. Here we can see that. Same data we can see here. In non-smokers, females are 547, males are going to be 517. In smokers, the females are 115 and males are going to be 159. But this is a value-based analysis. But this is going to be visual-based analysis. Same data, but easy to understand. No need to look at the data. In non-smokers, who are the most? Females are the most. In smokers, who are the most? Males are going to be the most. and this kind of a plots what we have been got done. Just to understand them, we have displayed in a different font styles, italic font, it is going to be bold font, size increased, some kind of an customizations we are going to be learning actually. So these are going to be different types of plots what we can see. So these are going to be the various models of cars. In sports edition, we have 78 cars. In sports edition special, we have 49. In sports edition luxury, we have 23 cars. Like this, we have seen that. So it is all about working with the data. It's not about Python code, or it is going to be not about the R code. What is the technique we are writing here now? So for that only, we are going to be writing. This is a code what I have written to generate this particular plot actually. To generate this plot, I have been done. This is what we call it as stacked bar plots. So this is going to be non-smokers. These are going to be blue color is a male, 517 males are there, and 547 females are there. In smokers, 159 males are there, and 115 females are going to be there. I'm representing with a bar or with a number of also, I can show you the numbers. Like that, it is all about handling the data only. All the related, all the techniques, whatever that is required to understand the data. We are going to learn all the various techniques. What are the different techniques are there to understand about the data actually. So that is what we are going to be doing this. So the basic idea here is machines are going to be get trained. Machines are going to be get trained from the data. And based on that particular one, we can do some kind of a predictions. But for doing that, what are the various techniques are required to handle the data? All that particular techniques we are going to be learning as part of our data science course. So just I'll show you our course curriculum, just my course curriculum actually. This is a complete course curriculum of my full stack data science course. That means end to end, whatever the techniques that are required or whatever that particular the techniques we are going to learn, all these are going to be as part of this course curriculum. So just to give an idea about that, this is an ideas actually, guys. So first we'll start with a core Python. Just to learn a core Python, we are going to spend some 12 days. For learning R language, we are going to learn 7 days, almost all 3 weeks. Exactly 3 weeks we are going to spend on learning about this Python and R. The main concept actually, I told you now guys, machine learning, which is going to be almost all more than 1 month of time. Deep learning is going to be somewhere around 22 hours, almost all 1 month of time. Even we are going to learn about data visualizations. We are going to learn some techniques working with data, pandas. Pandas is basically used to handle the data actually. Even working with the text, we are going to be having NLP. Even we are going to work with some kind of a big data systems like an Hadoop and Sparks. How to develop the chatbots, a specialty is there, chatbots development actually guys. You know chatbots, no? So whenever you open any website, there are going to be some kind of a chatbots. So even a part of Azure ML, even some part of something called as an BI tools also we are going to be learning, like Power BI or Tableau, something like that. Plotly and a Dash, a specialty data visualization tool, which we are going to spend around some 7 days of time. Like that, we are going to be having, this is my complete full stack data science course. Completely end to end, starting from beginning of Power Python up to the advanced level, all the deep learning, machine learning, AI, NLP. Okay, all these are additional topics. These are some miscellaneous topics only, guys. From here to here, there are going to be some kind of a miscellaneous topics. So there are some added advantage, but main concepts is machine learning, deep learning, the data visualization, pandas, and numpys. These plays an important roles actually, guys. Okay, so this is going to be just an idea about what exactly we learn as part of our data science course. So coming to DURGASOFT, coming to the DURGASOFT training. So it is DURGASOFT is going to be one of the oldest training institutes. It's a very popular and oldest training institute in Hyderabad, based from Hyderabad. So which is very, very popular for Java. I think you can see a lot of YouTube channels and YouTube videos based on the Java by Mr. Durga sir and NagoorBabu. These are the top trainers related to the Java. So they are collaborated with various trainers like me, and they're also providing the various the trainings on not only on Java. Apart from Java, there are going to be providing a lot of other courses like data science, UI, databases, so many other technologies, the popular technologies that are providing actually. So I, as a consultant trainer for DURGASOFT, so my commitment is for completing of this particular course, the complete course, technical aspects. So training, the job assistance, FAQs, resumes, project, and all these things is going to be the commitment from my side. So except the fees related concepts, you can discuss anything with me. Anything except the fees, you can discuss anything with me. For discussing about the fees, there is a backend team will be there. My backend team will contact you and they will get some kind of a feedback from you. And if you're interested to start your training, or if you start your career on data science, so DURGASOFT is going to be starting a new session online from tomorrow onwards. I think the time is at 11 a.m. So at 11 a.m. we are going to be having the class training, the class timing actually. And the total course duration will be a little bit more compared with other programming languages, like some around 4 to 5 months it will take it actually. Minimum 4 months, maximum it may take some around 5 months of time. 4 to 5 months it will take it actually. Because everything is new to everybody. Even your expertise also with another domains and another programming languages also, everything is a new concept here now for most of them. So we have to teach everything starting from the scratch, and we have to build up the things. So it is a little bit time taking process. Around 4 to 5 months, we are going to take the total course timing. And as part of my course timing, the main highlights are going to be live classroom training. So almost all I'm having 18 plus years of experience with 5 years of experience on data science. So with a certified program on certification from IIIT Hyderabad. So that is my expertise. Not only that expertise on that, I can talk about BI. While I'm talking about Power BI, I'm going to be discussing about BI concepts, something relevant to which is going to be database, some basic knowledge of SQLs. Almost all any data related concepts, I can handle it. SQL, DBA, any sort of things. I can even with the big data systems, I can talk about all of them. Even as part of our course timing, as part of our course, we are also having a training about the Spark also we are going to be having actually. So Spark is also one of the framework which is used to handle a large volumes of data. Okay. So my backend team is going to be, the DURGASOFT backend team is going to be contact you for the further information. So if you have any, if you are interested to join, so from tomorrow onwards at 11 a.m. we are going to be starting a new batch. So you can register with that particular new batch, and you can take a demo session for 3 to 4 days of time, and then we can join with the regular classes. And we have the complete, because you know that completely now, as of now, data science is going to be one of the top, which is going to be having the higher requirements, and good pay, good salaries are going to be there, because completely our future itself is completely depends on the AI related concept. We already know that. So which is going to be Google voice assistants, all these are working based on the AI systems only. So our complete future is going to be moving towards the AI. So we have a good opportunities as of now, a good packages, good salaries, everything is going to be good. But it is going to be something a little bit hard compared with the learning of other programming languages. So a lot of self-learning must be there, blog readings, implementation, research, testing. We have to do our own. Most of them things has to be done by ourselves only. We'll teach the concept, we'll give the implementation, remaining things we have to check it manually by yourselves. A lot of self-running is also going to be required, and a little bit maths and stats is also required. And obviously, no doubt, it is depending on some maths and stats concepts only, and you really need not to be required to be an expert in maths and stats. At least some basic knowledge. If I teach you some mathematical concepts, if you are in a position to understand what I'm explaining, that is sufficient with our applications. You need not be an expert, or you need not be a PhD in the mathematics. A basic, everybody, we have been covered maths in our school days. So what is the basic standard of maths in data science is going to be 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 standard. I'll also recommend some textbooks also. 10 plus 2 maths textbooks you have to buy. If you are interested to learn the maths, you have to buy the 10 plus 2 standard. Maths is sufficient. Something like linear algebra. We are going to be, basic idea is going to be linear algebra is going to be there. Probability, we are having a probability. And apart from that, it is going to be calculus. Differentiation, which is going to be nothing but a differentiation, what we are going to be required actually. A differentiation concept, a differential calculus, that is going to be gets required actually, yes. That's it. That is going to be the basic maths is going to be. That is what we have to require about them. Okay. So that's it about this particular workshop, guys, a free workshop, just to give some awareness about what generally we have it in data science. Okay. So I can take a 15 minutes, guys. Actually, our plan is to up to 11:30, 10 a.m. to 11:30. So the 15 minutes, whatever we are going to be left over. So just we want to take some questions from the participants, guys. So if you have any questions, guys, feel free to discuss with me. There is a chat window is there. You can just type, you can type your chat, whatever your queries are there. So just type it in the chat panel. So I'm going to discuss with them, guys. Anybody's, if you have any questions, guys, feel free to discuss. Or otherwise, in the case, you can unmute yourself and you can speak if you want. Yes, guys. One by one questions, guys. Yeah, Sudipta, we have a class at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. class is regular class. The same class at 9 a.m. as usual. Your class is not going to be disturbed. Your class is as usual at 9 a.m. This is going to be another batch, which is going to be at 11 a.m.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Actually, I had not received the 9 a.m. link.
9 a.m. link, they will send you. Today, they will send you. I told you, no, from tomorrow onwards, link will changes. They'll send you by today, and by tomorrow, you can join with the new link.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Okay, fine, Sudipta. Fine, guys. Anyone, guys? Any more questions? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We can learn. I think Simhachal Sahu, I think if you don't mind, have you interacted with me earlier with the same name I have seen? I think so. Sahu was not there. Simhanchal Shahu, right? Have you interacted anywhere? Yeah. No. Okay. Today is your first. Okay. Ravi Mahato. Ravi. The duration of the class is every day. It is 1.5 hours. 90 minutes class will be there, guys. 1.5 hour class. Okay. Yes. So there is nothing. It's going to be nothing relevant to IT sector, guys. As I clearly told you. See, guys. Even a chemical engineer can become a data scientist, or even civil engineer can become a data scientist. Anybody, whatever may be your domain, guys. Nowadays, see here. Data scientist means only, don't think that it is only a person who is having the knowledge about Python or something like this. So a mechanical engineer is there. He is working with the machine's data. A mechanical engineer will have a machine's data. A civil engineer is going to be having some construction, whatever the constructual data is going to be there. A chemical engineer, he is going to be having some kind of the chemical equations, chemical formulas. So his research data will be there. So data science is not about any IT field actually, guys. It is a concept of what we are going to be doing here is analyzing of the data actually, guys. Analyzing of the data actually. So anybody, anywhere, even doctors also there. Clinical data will be there. We can work with the clinicals. Telecom domains will be there. Banking domains will be there. There is nothing like you should be an IT professional to learn this actually. All about mathematical and statistical techniques. All about a mathematical and statistical techniques. It is all about maths only, guys. Data science is all about the maths only, the mathematical way to solve a problem actually. So anybody who do not have any idea about a programming language also is nowadays there are learning actually, guys. But only thing is we have to understand that much conceptually. All the mathematical concepts, we have to understand them. I'm not saying that we have to learn them. We have to understand them actually. If you understand, if you have an interest to work with the data, that is sufficient. You can learn with the data science course. Okay. So I have completed in 2011 after I have 6 years experience in core industry. Yes, no problem. It is absolutely okay. The only option, guys, why the data science is becoming that much popular because is, guys, anybody can learn. That means almost all, anyone who do not have any IT experience also, they are moving towards the corporates actually. And you don't think so after you get the training, you will be getting a job only in an IT, only in a software company only, guys. It's not only it is going to be a software company actually, guys. Okay. So it can be any sector actually, guys. Even in a telecom, even you can telecom sectors, we can join. So where there is a data analytical team is there. In hospitals, we can work. In like construction companies, we can work. Or even in production companies, we can work. Anywhere actually, guys. Don't think that you will be getting a job only as a software engineer, only in a software company only. It's not only a software company, guys. Anywhere there will be there. Even software companies means they will hire the data scientist team. Their clients are going to be some other production companies because the production companies are going to be having some IT sectors. So those particular teams, we can work with them, or a client with the software companies. So which is having a collaboration with the software industries actually. So you can work anywhere. Your client can be anybody. You may work for a software company or you may work for a production company. Does not matter with that. Yes, even actually 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. batch, actually we are conducting 9 a.m. batch was started only 1 week back. Only just 1 week back only it was started, only happened with the demos classes only. 1 week means hardly 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, they don't have a class. Today, Sunday, there is no class. So actually this batch, what generally we are going to do it here is, after we'll take a demo classes at 11 a.m. Generally our plan will be like this actually, guys. We started a 9 a.m. batch, just a recently 1 week back, only just they are still in introduction. Regular classes was not yet started. Now we are starting at 11 a.m. batch. So generally we'll try to club up this 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. batches. We'll try to club up them actually. So depending on the possible timings, for example, if majority preferring the 9 a.m., we'll club these people to 9 a.m. or if there is at 11 a.m. is clubbing. So we'll try to manage both the batches actually, guys. So anyhow, tomorrow we have a 9 a.m. batch is there. Even if you want, we can join at the 9 a.m. batch also, we can join it. Because it is only just a 5 days before you started only. And that too, there are introductory parts. So in 11 a.m. batch also, we're going to take some demo classes. And after a 3 days or 4 days, we are going to combine both the batches actually. Yes, Vaishali, no doubt it's a MCOM or BCom, or it may be civil, or it's a mechanical or computer science, or it may be chemical engineering. Anybody can learn it actually. It is mainly the main purpose is of data sciences. Actually, guys, data science job is basically the role of a non-IT professional actually. Now the IT professionals are came into this. What is actually a data scientist is a person who is going to be having the idea about statistics. It is going to be statistics plus some kind of computer skills. I'll tell you more about them. A combination of statistics and computer skills is going to be nothing but your data science. But more about the statistics only than the computer science actually. Minimum requirement, Sahu, 4 GB RAM. Actually, even that is also not recommended. It's not also mandatory because we are going to be having a cloud-based are going to be there. So which is going to be nothing but we are going to be using something called as a Google Colab. So even if your system is not capable also, it's not sufficient. Basically, you should have an internet connection. That is sufficient. If you want to install in local system, 4 GB RAM is minimum requirement sufficient with that. Beyond that, it's not required. If you want to go into more into deep learnings are a little bit highly computational actually. If you want to work with, if you want to the person, some people will be there who wants to move towards the deep learning research. They requires a little bit higher configurations. Like there are going to be required gaming systems actually, guys, which are configured with GPUs. So if you are interested, if you are having any planning to move towards the data science research, we require a GPU based system, which is a little bit costlier. Otherwise, basic computer is going to be sufficient with that. We don't really require an advanced hardware for that. Okay. Nothing is coding is there actually, guys. Coding is going to be just only 20%. 80% is going to be the methodologies. 80% is going to be methodologies. So if you observe this particular code, whatever I have been written, you can see the length of the code. Don't see the length of the code actually, guys. Don't look at the length of the code actually. We don't write any functional code. Look at this. This is a bar plot, what we have got it actually. This is a code, what I have been written. If you really look at the code, nothing is there. Anybody can understand. I want to plot a bar with x-axis is equals to the models and y-axis is going to be nothing but the values. The width of the bar is going to be 0.8. That is the code, what I have been written. I didn't written any code here. Functional code I didn't written. It's a calling about a function. Just to mark these numbers, I have just written a loop actually. Just a small loop has been written. This is not a big thing at all. Don't think that it is going to be this one, plt.x. This is going to be x coordinate. This is y coordinate. And whatever the data you require, what is the color you require? That's it. What is your x coordinate? I want to place some text. What is your x coordinate? What is your y coordinate? What is the text you want to plot and what is the color you require? Just it's a dynamically I've written it, but nothing complication is there here now. So 80% is going to be only the methodologies only. Only 20% is going to be the code. See, this is a code to read the data from a CSV file. This is the code to just find out how many times the particular, how many records are there, how many values are there with the S and with the no actually. Like this, only about the calling a function only. These are all functions only, guys. We don't write any particular code at all. Even this code looks to be lengthy. It's nothing lengthy is there. We added the X sticks. What is a Y label? What is your X label? What is the title of the plot? Only those things we are going to write it actually. So coding wise, nothing complication is there. And actually in real, in the interview point of view also, nobody will ask about the coding. Only the methodology only they will ask about that. Okay. Fine, guys. So any more questions, guys? Okay, guys. So hope all of you have gotten a little bit idea about what is a data science, guys. So hope all of you are just enjoyed the session. So my backend team is going to contact you guys. They will send you the follow-up mails. So if you are interested to start your data science journey, so tomorrow we are having a demo session at 11 o'clock, or already we started a batch at 9 o'clock, just which is in 5 days old actually. Tomorrow we are going to just start with the Python basics only. We are not going to start with anything. So depending on a requirement, depending on your requirement or depending on a possibility, you can join either at 9 a.m. or at the 11 a.m. batch actually, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. And once again, thank you all of you for attending this particular the demo session, or like an which is like a workshop session for this, a free workshop. So we can discuss. You can discuss with me if you have any doubts. Yeah, you are going to get the recorded sessions, Geeta. So are you talking about the recorded sessions? No. Yes, every day-to-day recordings will be given to you. Yeah, every day-to-day recordings will be given to you. So not only the day-to-day recordings, just give me a minute. I'll show you how generally we are going to get them. Just I'll share you the details. Just a minute once. So it's not only about the recordings, guys, the complete, you are going to be getting the access on that, complete access on that. So you will be getting day-to-day videos. You'll be getting day-to-day videos. So yesterday, this is going to be the March on 12th, 7 a.m. It's a 7 a.m. batch. So yesterday, just I'll play the video. Just you can see the video actually. Maybe you can't hear what I'm speaking there. It's taking some time. Just give me a minute. Actually, there may be some problem in running them. Okay, I'll just check it out once again. So these are the videos, day-to-day videos will be coming like this, guys. Not only this, even we are going to get the class exercises day-to-day. So this is what I can say that whatever that particular, you can see I'm writing in whiteboard. Whatever I'm writing on the whiteboard, that will be available here now. You can I can show you once. So this is going to be the PNG file, which generally we are going to share you with the PNG file. You are going to be getting that particular whiteboard, whatever you are writing actually. This is going to be my writings, whatever the whiteboard I have written, you can see that particular whiteboard actually. So you can download it actually. I have written here, but you can download and we can just see them actually, guys. So whatever I have got written, you can see them actually. So whatever the code I have written or whatever the handwritten actually. Along with that, you are going to be getting the notebooks also, guys. These are going to be my code, whatever we have been written. So it is day-to-day code only. It's not like live session only. It's a live instructor-led training only. So I will be there here online. It's not a video session also. So whatever the code we have written. Actually, 7 o'clock batch is a recent batch. So we can see the basics of Python only. We currently still Python is going on. We just started with the NumPy modules and we have been working with them. So not only this, we'll be getting the PDF files. The PDFs will be given. So each and every topic wise, the PDFs will be given actually. Like recently, we have been worked with functions concept. So all the documentation related to the, which is going to be functions. So how to create a function, how to write the functions, all these things, the code is going to be there. Along with that, whatever the code we have been written actually. Not only that, so many things actually, guys. You will be getting some kind of a books. Currently, I didn't loaded the books actually. We have a lot of textbooks are there, PDF files, all the soft copy materials, whatever you require will be uploaded to the drive and will give the access to the drive actually. Okay, fine. Along with that, and one more thing is, along with that, whatever the Python I'm going to teach is only core Python only. Whatever the Python that is required for machine learning, which is hardly around some 12 days of time. So as a complementary, the DURGASOFT provides you around some 170 videos actually, guys. Around some 170 videos on complete Python classes. So this you are going to get it as a free of cost. Actually, cost is around 4,000. So you are going to get it as a free of cost actually. All the 170 Python videos actually. So which you can see it from the durgasoftonline.com. So you can go to the durgasoftonline.com. There you can see all that particular videos. You can see that's this one. So this videos actually, guys, which will cost you around 4,000. So they are going to give you at a free of cost. So you can see this is going to be how you are going to get it. I'll tell you how to get this one. So this is going to be the core and advanced Python classes. If you want to become an expert in Python also, that will help you actually. My classes is only up to core Python concepts only. Okay, guys. So that is going to be at a free of cost. No need to pay any extra amount for that. So if you have been registered for the data science course, you will be getting this particular, the videos at a free of cost. And these videos are also will be accessible. Whatever the data science classes, these videos are accessible for you for 1 hour. Oh, sorry, 1 year actually, guys. Sorry. It is for 1 year you can access the videos actually. You can't download them. Notes and all these things, PDF files, notes, Jupyter notebooks, the coding you can download, videos cannot be downloadable. Videos will be accessible for you for 1 year of time. During the course time, almost all 4 to 5 months of time. After that, approximately another 6 to 8 months, you are going to get it actually, guys. Which is going to be totally, we are going to be getting around 6 to 8 months, you are going to get it extra. Totally for 1 year, you can access them. And I think so, these videos of Python classes will be coming for 6 months of time. I think so. I was not sure about that, but based on my basic knowledge, it is going to be basic information. It is for 6 months of time, the Python videos, but your data science videos will be given access for 1 year of time. Okay, guys. Fine, guys. Any more questions, guys? Yes, guys. So thank you all of you guys once again, and hope you enjoyed the session. So anyhow, just for today, we'll end up the session, guys. So thank you all of you once again for attending this workshop, and hope we'll see you all of you in the tomorrow's class. Thank you all of you guys, and have a nice day.